If I look too tall, I'll sit, I guess.
Explain to our viewing audience, Mr. Carney, why you chose to stand instead of sit.
Yesterday we sat during Sunrise Extra.
Yes.
Like all three, you were still sitting this morning, and I felt just uncomfortable to the point where I thought I was going to fall asleep yesterday during the Sunrise Extra program.
So you felt too comfortable.
You have a lot of energy.
I wanted to, I just don't feel comfortable. And I felt like when I sat, for some reason the chair I was in, thought I was like down here.
It really is nice.
I didn't feel right. So I wanted to stand.
I like to stand.
And address our viewers.
Well, this looks interesting.
Presidentially speaking.
Oh
really
boy,
doesn't matter, does it?
When you get in your 50s, you'll be sitting.
Okay, we have an interesting topic.
Good morning, viewers.
This one, the Stander came up with today. You know, we always try and we go through all the news stories, like what's the big
Tell me more about it.
What do we want to talk about? We talked about kind of
personal space.
COVID stuff yesterday. What have you been doing?
Yep.
There was a lot of headlines on that today, and we're like, we already talked about it. Yeah. And then Drew said, I feel like my wife washes our sheets too often. And we said once a week, and he said, no, it's more. It's sooner.
Can I take one step back?
More
the
than
reality
once
of
a
the
week?
conversation. It really started with my wife. We got into this conversation, and she said the exact words, you should talk about this on Sunrise Extra.
Right, there.
This was yesterday, and I said, we'll never talk about that on Sunrise Extra.
There you go.
And now we're talking about it on Sunrise Extra.
How often does she change the sheets?
So I texted her about it. I said, hey, how often do you change the sheets in our bedroom? And she said, once a week. And I said, no way. It feels to me like they're being changed every third day. And it only bothers me because she's very good at taking the sheets off the bed, but she's not as good at putting them back on the bed. And I'm not saying that she has to do that, that's her job. Do not stretch this the wrong way.
Don't go there.
No,
don't
you
go
are
there.
saying that.
No, I'm not.
You are saying
What I'm saying is, on the days when she removes the sheets from the bed, I often find out about it when I go to bed that night and there's no sheets on the bed. I'm like, oh, gosh. I came into this room for one reason, and one reason only.
And
to
now you
go
got
to
work to
sleep.
do, yeah.
And I can't go to sleep because of the sheets on the bed. Now I got to put sheets on the bed. I go, Mia, did you clean the sheets today? I know the answer, but I'm going to ask it anyway.
Yeah.
Yes. Why? They were dirty. No, they weren't.
Do you know my house experience is exactly the same?
It happens.
Because we go to bed early, so I'll go in there and there's no sheets on the bed. And I'll be
Here's the question.
Grayson.
Why do you ask her if you know the answer? Is it just a little because you didn't put them on? That's what it is.
I guess what I want to say is, Mia, I'm mad at you for taking the sheets off the bed and now it's bedtime and they're not there and I got to make it myself. But it's easier to say, Mia, did you clean the sheets?
It's passive aggressive.
Hey, maybe they were stolen. I should find out at least to make sure they weren't stolen.
You know, when that happens at our house, I always call. Jeff, come help me. We got to put the sheets back on the bed.
Hey, will you help me throw these on?
Well, she can't help me because I've already have her down there scrubbing the kitchen floor. So how can she?
All right, let him have it.
Now you can beat me up.
Yeah, just
Not
do it.
true.
Okay,
obviously.
so what are you guys kind of obsessive? She's only washing them once a week, which is
Probably normal.
how often
You should be
I should
watching.
wash
Yeah,
them
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not once a week though.
often.
She's lying about that.
No, she's doing it. She's just not doing it on the
Team
same
Mia.
day.
I know
So
it happens on
seems
random days. Sometimes it's on the weekend, sometimes it's during the week, so therefore it cannot just be once a week. It's happening multiple days of the week.
So what are you guys obsessively
Cleaning at home?
doing at home or cleaning? It doesn't necessarily have to be cleaning. I've become like a crazy anal person about picking up and tidying up, and I've also become obsessive about the yard.
Oh.
Like picking plants and going out. I just look at them sometimes.
Wow.
And I'm
See how
like,
they're doing.
everything's-
Absolutely.
take a little dead
I'm
thing
impressed
off.
that you're like really a neat freak with a 3-year-old, because I
That's
gave that
why,
up.
I think, is because
I
it's
gave that
such a
up when the kids
disaster.
were little. I'm like, I'm never going to be able to keep up with all of it, so I was a little more lax.
Yeah.
Now I'm like all over it.
Yeah.
I posted a picture the other week. I was bedtime. It was my bedtime, and I was like, I gotta clean that. I don't know why. I just stopped. I got the comment, like scrubbed it. I'm like, I've been meaning to do that, and I
Before
didn't.
bedtime.
Weird. I know.
True, ever
Yeah.
for you?
Not before bedtime. I do a couple of weird things in the morning when I should be just getting my butt into this building. And
Yeah.
I obsess about 2 things at home to the point of I should probably seek help.
What?
Dishwasher and laundry room. Washer
What
and
about
dryer.
the laundry? I know the dishwasher. What about the laundry?
Just like I like to make sure like you should only put like whatever the amount is, and it's the feel. I'm not counting
Soap?
the articles. No, clothes.
Okay.
You should only put so many clothes in the washing machine before I feel it's ineffective.
How many is that?
I count. It's 17 articles of. No, I'm
Shut
kidding.
up.
I don't count.
OCD.
I do not count. But it's a feel. I mean, obviously during the winter. During the
like heavier
winter, less
clothes
clothes
and stuff.
because you got the sweatpants and the sweatshirts in there. But during the summer, you can
Fewer.
throw a few. Yes,
That's my
fewer.
weird thing. It's not about cleaning. I am
But believe
Remember
me,
not
working
to.
with you for all these years, I understand that you are crazy about the words. Hell, we have to use them properly. and all
Sorry,
that.
go.
Anyway,
I
so
digress.
I like to make sure that the right amount of clothes is in there. I also obsess about the little area where you stick the fabric softener.
Yeah.
And then
Do you have to leave the drawer open to?
no,
so
I put it
doesn't get
in and I
moldy?
close it.
Yeah.
And then I put the tab in underneath the clothes, and then I will open the door and check to make sure I put in the fabric softener, even though I know I did, and I close it again. And then I will lift up the clothes to make sure I put the tab in, which I know.
That is like a full OCD
Yeah,
thing.
it's crazy.
Like doing the light switch so many times.
But you like the liquid fabric softener? Because we have to use, Jeff swears to God that nothing
sheets?
less than
Is there-
3 fabric softeners are going to get his
Oh, you mean the
clothes.
dryer sheets?
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about the wash.
I go
liquid.
with liquid
He
fabric
puts
softener.
like 3
Yeah.
bounce sheets more or less in the dryer.
And I get in trouble if I don't. Because I like
3
to do
of them.
laundry.
That's a lot. See,
Wow.
to
I know.
me, I'm like, oh,
Said
that's a
it- they're
waste. It's
staticky.
Too many.
Do you use the liquid fabric softener or the dryer sheets?
Both.
Oh, both.
Oh, you do both. I just do the dryer sheets. Maybe I should start with the fabric
I never
softener.
used to use liquid softener, but I feel like it does make a difference.
And it does make it smell nice.
We don't put it in with the towels load because I like kind of the scratchiness of the towels.
That's
It feels
interesting.
like you're getting drier.
Like exfoliating.
if it's too soft, it's just like. Ugh.
The water's just staying there laughing at the towel.
Interesting.
You can't dry me, towel. You're too soft.
Laughing at the towel.
And then the dishwasher, I feel like that's another level of craziness where the dishes should all be pointing in one direction. The cup should be lined up on the top and only on the sides.
Yeah.
Leave the center open for like maybe the bowls or pans or pots or something like that. But not every pan. Some pans should be hand washed, of course.
Absolutely.
All silverware going up, not down.
Do you realize that he has said like almost not one word because he does almost no chores at home?
Who, him?
Yeah, that guy.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you guys do make me realize I really don't do anything at home. That's true. I'm like, I mean, I really don't.
What are you obsessive about?
I just don't do anything.
Keeping your
Nothing.
golf clubs
No,
clean
the only
or
thing
There you
something?
go.
it does. My bag is usually in pretty good shape. Thank you. It does drive me nuts when somebody changes something out and then they just leave
Oh,
it.
you're
So
crazy
meaning
about the
there's
toilet
nothing
paper.
there.
Oh, yes.
Like if you're gonna take the towel away, put a new towel there.
Right.
If you're gonna empty the trash, put the new bag in the trash.
If you're
can.
going to run out of toilet paper, put a roll back
yeah,
on the thing.
that type of stuff, and I feel like I'm the only one that is a replacer.
Is your
I'm not a
13-year-old
cleaner, but I am a replacer.
So that's your job. Okay.
Is your 13-year-old daughter the
14 now.
14-year-old
Natasha's
daughter
14.
the biggest culprit when it comes to that?
No, I wouldn't say so.
Because my 13-year-old boys certainly are. Like they have never put a new roll of paper towels on, a new roll of
well,
toilet paper
no,
on.
yeah.
They've never turned off
Right,
lights.
yeah.
They've never done anything
Yeah,
they really
yeah.
need to do in this
I guess I was
world.
going to say Natasha doesn't really clean. Like Grayson will clean or change something, but then she won't replace it. Natasha's like I am. She doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But I will replace stuff.
The other day, I'll just share this one last quick story and then we'll get to viewers' comments. I asked my son, who had a bowl of cereal after school for a snack, which I thought was a fantastic idea. Then he runs downstairs to go play the video games. I walk by and I see that he left the bowl in the sink with like milk still in it and stuff. I'm like, Caleb!
It
come up."
dries.
I said, Caleb,
Yeah.
come up here, buddy. Rinse your bowl out and put it in the dishwasher. Those are my exact words. So I walk out of the kitchen, I hear him come up and do it, I'm like, good. I go back sometime later, I look in the sink, he did remove the bowl, the spoon was still in the sink.
Oh my gosh.
Caleb!
You just said bowl, Dad.
Exactly, you didn't say the spoon.
You know, I will do that. I will
Why
clean
do kids do
the
that? Because
sink
that's
out.
their. What you just said is your version of. Did you wash the sheets?
Yeah.
You know the answer,
Right.
And they know exactly what they're doing,
Right.
And they're doing it to get under
Needle.
your skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
You
would
can
they
say
want
the
this guy to
spoon,
get? Why would they want to be under my skin?
You don't
That
wanna-
does drive me
Because you're
nuts.
a dad.
People that won't put the
Losing
dishes in the dishwasher.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm probably the best at that. When I see something in the sink, I will
Yeah.
put it
Put
in
it
the
away.
dishwasher.
How about dropping your dirty clothes a foot away from the hamper?
Oh, my husband does that.
Say.
Ours has a lid, and he puts it on top of the lid, and I'll go and look him straight in the eye and open it and put it like this. He's like, it's the same difference. I'm like, no,
On
it's
top
it's
of the
not.
lid. That's
Isn't it?
good.
I don't see it. It's the
Well, you
lid.
can only,
The lid
you
is
can only
there.
pile it up on the lid for so long, right? It's
Yeah.
got to go inside before.
All you have to
Right.
do is go. He's doing all the steps until.
It's stunning.
What do we have here?
Yeah.
Why?
Start reading.
Jennifer Taft says, I have a problem of stealing people's dishes before they are done with it. I'm infamous for cleaning up people's things they're using. I've had that happen at a restaurant before. You get up to go to the restroom,
Oh, yeah, and they
then
take
you
your
come
plate.
back and your plate's gone.
Do you know
And
what the
you're like,
signal
whoa.
is? if you set your, like pretend this is your fork and knife, you have to set it like diagonally on the plate, and that is the signal that you're done. Did you know that?
Well, I do put my, will put my silverware on the plate. I didn't know it was a signal, but I will put silverware on the plate when I'm done, just because I think it's easier for them to take it away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that at restaurants only. Right?
Jennifer Taft says, Rod and Drew, go buy flowers for your wives. Yes, short and sweet. Downy Unstoppables scent beads are the best, says Renee Robertson. I stopped using fabric softener and used these instead. Unstoppable scent beads.
Christy Shirk makes a good point. In the summertime, she says, I sometimes wash our bedroom sheets twice a week because I like to dry them outside and they get that smell, that good,
that's
fresh
good.
outdoor smell.
Sounds like a pollen nightmare to me.
Stanford Walker says a cleaning crew comes by once a week, but then the bathroom and the kitchen have to be cleaned and sanitized every day. So he's OCD about the bathroom and the kitchen. We used to, like when the kids were little, we had the most lovely housekeeper. She came once a week, Lori. Still love her to death. But then sometimes I would feel like I had to clean before she got there.
Well,
and so I'm like, well, that's kind of defeating the purpose, isn't it? Yeah.
I like that pressure.
Do you?
You pick up so they can vacuum, and you know, you get rid of stuff off the counter so they can clean the counter.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I like that. It's like when you clean when you have guests over, you know? Like, I should just have guests over once a month so I'm like getting the stuff done, you know?
Oh my gosh.
This is a pressure. Good pressure.
One time, my wife, she hired a cleaning company to clean the house, and it was going to happen like once a month.
Yeah.
And I knew it was unnecessary because we kept the house pretty clean to begin with. Now, you know, in her defense, like, yes, she was probably doing more of the traditional cleaning, not because she had to, but she was just more aggressive about it. Anyways, I remember one time my friend came over, my friend Marco, and we were going to go out and grab something to eat. And I think it was like he came in the front door. My wife's like, "Oh, let's hurry up. I know the cleaning people are about to come here." And he goes, "Cleaning people?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we have someone coming now once a month. It just started last month." And he looked down and he goes, "Man, they're going to be bored." Like, it was like, what are they here for? And I said, after I said, "You heard Marco? Can we please? That's an expense that we don't need."
The shower, so I don't want to do that.
When I was single, I had a cleaning person for 20 years.
Really?
When you were a single man?
And the best thing, well, I didn't have, expenses of my daughter ice skating, et cetera, et cetera. So it wasn't that big a deal to me. And it was just great because I will do it, but I won't do it until I come home that one day and go, "Oh my gosh, this place is a mess."
Yeah.
And that way, it was just always done. That place was never bad. They came every 2 weeks.
Okay.
But if you just do a little bit every day, then it doesn't get crazy.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
I have an insane small person following me. She grabs like corkscrews out of the bar area and will bring them into my bedroom, and I'll find weird stuff. I open the sheets. I'm like, why is there candles? Which is true. In my bed.
Oh, that's funny.
They just grab things, and set it down, and I'm just like constantly, running behind her and like picking things up.
You know what? I do have one horrific habit. I don't think I've ever revealed this to anybody outside my house.
Here we go.
What?
You'll know the first one. I get texts and pictures from my family of things that I've left behind. There are two of them. Eyelashes. I take my eyelashes off. I usually do it in the car, just like zoop, zoop, and I put it on the dash near the clock.
Oh, yeah?
And the eyelashes are black and the interior is black. Yeah. So then I forget they're there. So then other people put stuff in there, like Jeff has a man bun, so he's got his little hair tie. He came in the other day and he goes, I was like, did I get gum in my hair? Like, what is it? He had an eyelash on the tie in his man bun.
No!
And then Jayden just texted me and she said, I just found, I could hear her, even though it was a text. Yeah. I just found dental floss under my pillow.
How does that
because I got out of the shower or whatever. I was getting ready for bed and I come in to say goodnight. Yeah. So but then I kind of sat on the bed and I was like I'm gonna text I don't know. I didn't even know I dropped it.
So use dental floss. That dental floss had been used already.
Hey, you know what? I applaud you for flossing at all.
Yeah, I avoid that problem by not
flossing.
You don't floss?
No.
Never.
Never?
Really?
Never.
I floss every day.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes.
It's not that I shouldn't say never. Twice a year I go to the dentist for the cleaning, and they floss, and they say the same time. How are you doing with
They always ask
a question that is asked.
Doing with the flossing, like I think you know the answer. Why are you asking me this question?
Why don't you floss? I don't understand that.
Why do you floss? Is what I come back with.
Because it keeps your gums
I hate
healthy.
That's true.
You must have like like an entree in there by now.
I go to the dentist twice a
We
year.
have had no cavities ever.
That's good.
Yeah, I've not had a cavity since, I'm going to say 9 years old. I can't remember. Since I've had my adult teeth, definitely no cavities. I know I had them as a little kid, but nothing as an adult. Basically when I stopped flossing.
Yeah.
All right, so it's working for you.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
We won't get
So
into
we're not obsessive about that.
Yeah, I'm too busy with the dishwasher to brush and fuss my teeth.
Hey, real quick, Joe asked, Rod, what's the chance of clear skies for a lunar eclipse tonight? 50-50. I mean, we're going to still see a shower scattered probably at least into the 9 o'clock hour tonight, if not 10. And then we'll see some slow clearing overnight. So, yeah, it's one of those 50-50 chances.
I love when we have new viewers on our show. Thank you for clicking on. This is kind of what Sunrise Extra started out as being, and then we moved to the newsroom, so we're getting more normal. Tiana Jones is watching us this morning, and she says, I used to love cleaning. I had major OCD when cleaning, but ever since my scoliosis and fibromyalgia got worse, it was harder for me to clean the house. But I tough it out because I have 8 cats and a small house, and it gets messy real quick. I need a good housekeeper. Any pet, I mean, Blaze has like real short hair.
Yes.
But even those little hairs come off on stuff.
Yeah, but you don't
have
see
a
it. I don't know
pet,
how.
Yeah, man, that is hard. You got long.
Yeah,
long
Maximus,
dog hair.
Grayson vacuums probably, I bet once a day she will vacuum a part of the house.
And that's a good
golden.
incentive,
Yeah.
right? When you have a pet and you're just like constantly.
But golden retriever, I mean, you've got clumps of hair sometimes, probably hanging out in corners of the kitchen. Like clumps of hair drop off that.
You know, where there's no carpet in the dining room, kitchen, so there you really see these little clumps of hair sitting around.
Yeah, Blaze is good about that, not shedding extensively. Another name that I've not seen before on the stream, Beverly Brower. Brauer.
Hey, Beverly.
What's up, Beverly? She says, Drew is cool. Thank you very much. But then she says...
She's new.
But then she adds, I think he worries too much. I've read it's actually best not to use fabric softener in the washer with towels, like you don't, because she says it takes away from their absorbency.
There you
go.
That's what I
the
feel
dryer,
like.
is that
It
right?
just kind of like runs over your skin wetness.
Wait a minute, in the washer or the dryer?
Don't use liquid
washer.
fabric softener
In the
when you're
washer.
washing
Yes.
towels.
It takes away from their
Absorbency. She says just use the dryer sheets for towels.
Really?
Thank you, Beverly.
I had not heard that.
And
I
then
agree.
one more cleaning tidbit from Miss Beverly. She says another tidbit is to use a small amount of white vinegar in the rinse cycle to whiten and fluff bath towels. It works.
Oh, there you go. I like that.
have
Aaron
heard that.
Wakefield says water flossing is amazing. My teeth have
Like a
never
water
felt
pick.
so good.
The dentist did tell me. So you know they have. Do you guys have electric toothbrushes? You do?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Manual. I would be a manual person because I'm like, God damn, I can do my own freaking brushing. I don't need a thing. So I don't have a electric toothbrush. But the dentist said, he's like, listen, if you're not going to floss, they make a electric toothbrush with a water pick. So while you're brushing, it's shooting that stuff in there.
I don't have that one.
I think it's made by Waterpik, but it looks nice. It has a water tank, and you got to be careful that you're not like spritzing the stuff out on the mirror. And you got to clean the mirror.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to floss, he's like, this is just as good as flossing every single day. And so I was like, there's a lazy way out of it.
So this is disgusting. I mean, I get it. And Grayson complains about this, and I get it. So I take my flossing very seriously. I mean, I'm going in there, I'm looking in that mirror, and when I'm done, the mirror's a mess.
I know.
Oh, jeez,
It flicks
Louise.
the little bits out. Do you wipe it down, or
that
you
is
just leave it to
disgusting.
dry?
Oh God, you leave
wipe
it,
it
don't
down,
you?
please.
No, you leave it, don't you? You leave it, don't you?
Why leave it?
I really can't say, Brenda.
You don't see it there?
Little food bits. And
Why do
then
you think I have to get so close to the mirror in the first place to floss? Because I can't see.
Oh my gosh.
So when I'm done, I'm no longer close to the mirror, so I don't really see what's on the
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
But I should be better about that. That does drive my wife,
right
crazy.
under the cabinet.
All right, miss, I left the floss under a pillow.
That was accidental, though. I didn't know it was gone.
Tammy says, I guess she's talking about maybe us who don't floss. She says you guys have protective coating on your teeth.
Something. Something. I don't know, but I've gotten away with it this long.
That is funny.
Everybody's got like tips.
There's a lot of comments in here.
I need to wash my sheets more often, though.
Tiana says the only chore my hubby has to do is the litter boxes. I do the rest of the cleaning. Feels like he's getting off easy.
J. Alexander Romero says, I won't let my fiance clean the bathroom or the kitchen because it just is not clean enough unless I clean it myself.
Oh, interesting.
I know sometimes we have to like stop doing that though, right? And just let the person do their thing. And I guess we do it next time.
On YouTube, he doesn't think we're reading YouTube. I got it open. He says, my wife puts the food away while we're eating.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Whopper Goldstein says tooth tonic on Amazon.
Whopper.
I wonder what that is.
That's a water
Let's stick with the name for a second.
I know.
Whopper Goldstein.
That's awesome.
Whopper.
Daniel Citizen Man says, we need a vacuum that doesn't make noise. Is there such a thing?
Those little Roomba things make noise?
Roomba.
The Roombas, do they make noise? They're pretty quiet, right?
They're pretty
so.
quiet.
I don't have
Do those
one.
work?
My wife really wants one of those. She really wants
dog
She
hair, I bet it'd be
deserves one of those.
Because then you'd just be going, the whole time, and you just step over it.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know.
Sometimes at home, like if my wife gets on a rant with the boys about not cleaning enough, like she'll get into it with them, like, you guys never pick up, the whole litany. She just comes out unglued on them every once in a while for not doing anything. And then I'm kind of like an innocent bystander, I'm listening, going, oh, this is good, yeah, go get him, yeah, you get him, this is all. And then all of a sudden I hear it, she'll throw out a line like, I'm the only one who does anything around here. And I go, whoa, wait a minute, why are you bringing me into this now?
Then the boys are like,
I was like, hey, you were doing just fine getting on them, but I feel like somehow you had to bring me into it and rope me in with that I'm the only one talk.
And that's when you bring up remember 2 Tuesdays ago I took out the trash?
Yeah, no, I say so. I mowed the lawn last month. Get back to them.
No. I think we're going to leave it here because I do think this is the most important phrase that you can teach your children or your husbands. What? If mama ain't happy, nobody happy.
Yeah, that's
So very true.
Leave her be.
That's definitely true.
Learned a lot about each other this morning. Thank you for joining us, new viewers. Come back again. Have a great Tuesday.